Do, 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 do. Okay guys, so I've had this bike for almost a year, this Honda Rebel 300, and I'm still a beginner, but this bike has been working out great for me. It's really built up my confidence quickly too, and sometimes I feel overconfident. I think this bike, you know, is a great beginner bike, and if you're a beginner, I think this will work out great for you. And I put together a list of like my top 7 reasons why I think this bike is great for beginners. So let's get with number 1, and you probably know this is going to be on the list, but that's the seat height, right? I mean, the seat height is important. It was important to me for sure. It was definitely on the top of my list because I wanted to be able to sit on the bike and be able to flat foot it. And this bike has a seat height of 27.2 inches. Can you believe that? I actually thought it was like 34 inches until I double checked. I'm like, man, 27.2 inches. So if you're a short rider, you shouldn't have any problem. Okay, where am I going with it? Well, I know my mom, she's real short, and she was able to sit on a bike and flat foot it with no problem. But the only problem I had when I first got on the bike, I was hitting my legs on the pegs back here. So yeah, if you're a shorter rider, definitely make sure you have clearance around the pegs too. You know, make sure you can spread your legs out far enough and you're not hitting your legs when you're trying to waddle the bike. That's just, you know, my suggestion. But other than that, with the low seat height, it will build your confidence quickly because, you know, you're not worrying about dropping a bike when you're waddling it or trying to move it around, or when you're at a light or something like that. Okay, so number 2 on my list, and that is the bike is not very fast. Yeah, you definitely don't want anything too powerful, right? That'll scare you, make you accidentally pop a wheelie or something. But yeah, for me the speed has helped a lot. I mean, it was apparent to me when I first got on the main roads after I got my license that, yeah, this bike is not very fast. But at the same time, you know, I think it's going to keep you out of trouble too with it not being fast, because I think it's kept me out of trouble. So I know sometimes I could act a little crazy, and sometimes I want to go fast, but this bike is it's gonna pull the reins back a little bit. It's not going to let you go too crazy. So I think that's something great for beginners. Yeah, you're definitely not going to win any races with this bike, guys, but you will be able to keep up with traffic, no problem, and you will find yourself passing cars all the time. So don't even worry about that, guys. Guys out on bikes everywhere around here. It's too noisy, that bike. My third reason why I think this bike is perfect for beginners, and that's it comes with ABS brakes, anti-lock braking system. This bike at the time, it probably still is, was available with ABS or without. So I opted for the ABS brakes because I wanted to feel safer on the bike. Especially if during any hard braking events. You know, I'm not an expert at ABS brakes or anything, but I can tell you that the difference between ABS brakes and regular brakes is, whereas regular brakes, you know, the pads are just going to grab the disc and then basically lock up the wheel. So on the ABS brakes, what it's going to do is just going to pulsate. The pads are going to pulsate on the disc real quick. But that's going to prevent the wheel from locking up. Now, if you're buying the bike used and you're not sure if it has ABS, maybe, because I can't tell the difference between the two bikes. An easy way to tell is just look at the disc and look for a small inner ring. It's called a tone ring, but it'll have like little notches in it, and then you'll also see a little sensor. Also, another way to tell if the bike has ABS is you can look on the instrument or your speedometer or digital display, whatever you want to call it. But as soon as you turn the bike on, there will be a little orange light, ABS light, and that stays on until you hit like 6 miles per hour. So there's no ABS below 6 miles per hour, but that's one way to tell, is just look. Okay, so number 4, my fourth reason, and this is definitely, I'm so glad it has this feature because it's less for me to think about, especially when you're new. But the gear indicator on here shows you what gear you're in. Yeah, I definitely love that. I look all the time. I still look all the time to see what gear I'm in. But yeah, when you're starting off as a new rider, there's a lot to think about, and trying to remember what gear you're in all the time is, you know, you're gonna forget, right? Even I forget. Even with the gear indicator, I forget. But nice feature. I think all bikes should have it. I'm trying not to look sometimes now. I think it's a good idea once you get comfortable with the bike. Try not to rely on the gear indicator, because not all bikes have that. So you never know, you might want to upgrade in the future and get a different bike, and it might not have a gear indicator on there. You know, just show neutral or something. So yeah, if you get in the habit of memorizing what gear you're in, you'll probably be better off. Hope I didn't lose count here. Number 5, the slipper assist clutch. Cool. Didn't know much about that. Apparently they only had those on like the high-end racing bikes, I think, you know, originally. So the assist is actually going to help you shift smoother. It's going to allow this clutch lever to operate a lot smoother. So you could pull it in. It's not going to be that tight. It's going to just nice and easy, man. You just barely, you can pull it in with your pinky. Okay, that's what the assist clutch does. It just helps with the shifting, so you're not having to grab on it like the Incredible Hulk or something. So the slipper clutch, that's a little different. That's basically going to help you not lock up your rear wheel. Let's say you're going really fast and you're in like 4th gear, and then you drop it down to like 2nd gear. You know, the RPMs are going to jump up, the engine's going to try to slow the bike down real quick, and your rear wheel is going to try to match, and it could lock up, or you can get, I think, what's it called, chirping, where it kind of, so you know, you don't want that. I know there's plenty of times when I've, you know, hard engine brake or downshifted incorrectly and stuff like that, and I've never had any problem with the bike. But I think it's a great feature, great safety feature. It's just less to worry about, you know, unless you screw up a little bit more. So number 6, the size of the bike, the weight, right? I mean, that's important if you're new, right? The weight, how big it is, how heavy it is. If it wasn't, you'd probably just go start on a Honda Goldwing or something. So this bike weight is like 364 pounds, which, you know, for a bike that's light, for a new rider, that might not seem that light. You know, definitely seem heavy to me. 365 pounds or 64 pounds is not light. I mean, for a motorcycle, but in general, it's not light. I can't bench press 364 pounds. Give me a dumbbell that's 30 pounds and I'm like, ugh. But yeah, the weight is, you know, it's manageable. You'll get used to it quick. I got used to it pretty quick. I just spent the first couple days waddling the bike in my garage, parking it and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm used to it now. I'm ready to ride. So yeah, the weight, for sure, it's a confidence booster. Number 7, what do I have? What's last on the list that I think is really gonna be great for you guys starting out? And that's the kickstand, kill switch, or in the manual they call it the side stand, but I'm calling it a kickstand. You guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, there's kill switch in there, so prevent you from doing something stupid. Yeah, This bike's fun, guys. This bike's fun. Don't hate on these small CC bikes. So the kill switch in this kickstand, what's going to happen, what's going to prevent you to do is a couple things. It's not going to let you take off with the kickstand down. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start the bike up. I'm going to pretend we're going to take off with the kickstand down. The bike's in neutral, kickstand's down, pull in the clutch, put it in gear, and the bike shuts off. Alright, safety feature so you don't take off. Like I said, look like, yep, safety feature to prevent you from something bad happening. The same thing. Yeah, you little rev here. Okay, same thing when you're coming to a stop or you're done for the day. You pull into your garage or whatever. You still have the bike in first gear. You have the clutch down, but you kind of forget. You put the kickstand down, bike shuts off. That way, you know, prevent you from, in case you forget and you release the clutch and then you bike lunges forward while you have the kickstand down and everything, and you know, yeah, that'll be bad, wouldn't it? But yeah, it's a great safety feature. I mean, it saved me. There's plenty of times where I forgot, and you know, yeah, I'm glad it's there because it could have been bad. Okay guys, I think that's all I really have for you. But those are my top 7 reasons why I think this bike is great for you beginners, and it's definitely been great for me. It's built up my confidence quick. Probably only took me 2 or 3 months to really feel confident, but I'm not there yet. Other than that, yeah, other than that, this bike's been great. I love it. I can still keep riding it. No, I haven't outgrown it, although I am confident enough to ride a bigger bike, but I'm still gonna ride this bike for a long time, guys, because it's perfect for this sort of thing. You know, if you're thinking about getting this bike, comment below. Let me know if you thinking about getting a different bike, or if you started on a different bike. Comment below and let me know why you chose that bike instead. You know, was there something specific, a main feature that really was a deal breaker for you? But yeah, but guys, subscribe if you want to see more beginner content, because I have more coming, and appreciate you guys watching. So stay safe out there, and I will see you all soon.